Hello everyone. In this session we will discuss the pointers. Normally these pointers are derived data types in our C language. By using these here we can build our fundamental data types in our C language. And these pointers will be having some memory addresses to their values. So whatever you are defining the values into the programmatic, so those values will be having some memory addresses. So by that here you can identify easily our value in our programmatic, and these memory addresses are having some location in our computer memories. So yes, here how we are finding the memory address to their values. By using the locations here we are finding our memory address to that value. And your these will be having some program instructions and some data, so those are stored into our computer memory, and these pointers can be used to access and manipulating our data whatever you stored into our memory. In simply you can say what is pointer means here: a variable that stores the address of another variable, that we can call like your pointer. Okay, so we have the one variable. So not only one variable we have, no, so we have the several variables in our programmatic. So if we need to be declared with the a and the b, so we can declare the a variable and the b variable in our single programmatic is possible, right? So suppose here you can see here the variable will be the x, and another variable will be the y. So whatever you have the x variable address, that can be stored to the y, so that we can call like your our pointer. So a variable is storing our memory address. Here what is the address means your memory address. So to the another variable, that we can call like here our pointer. So for example, you can see here I'm choosing the int x is equals to the 2 value. Okay, so here whatever you have your int is our data type. Int here you have the data type, and next here we have the x, that is the variable, and 2 is the value. So you can write here int is the data type. Here I am giving the dt. dt means your data type. And x is the variable. And 2 is the value. Okay, so here x will be having the value like your 2. But here what we need, here the variable will be having the address. But here we don't have any address, right? So just we have the value for that variable only. So for that case here you can see the computer memory is storing our variable address. Automatically this process can be done by our computer memory, right? So here for example, here I'm choosing the computer is occupying our variable x, address is like your 1210. Okay, for example I'm choosing the 1210 is the x address. Okay, here I'm choosing the x address is the 1210. For example only I am choosing, like your the computer memory is storing the address for the x is like your 1210, and this x can be stores the value of the 2. Okay, and where in the location of the 1210 location the value can be stored in our computer memory. Okay, so now you can say here x will be having the address is like your 1210. And for example here I'm choosing the another variable. Okay, that is like your y. For example here I'm choosing the another variable with a pointer. You can see here if you're defining the pointer, always the pointer will be having the symbol like this. Before variable you can declare with the before the variable you can declare our pointer symbol. Okay, so by that here it is pointing the another variable address. We can call by this symbol, it is accepting the, or else it is calling the another variable address. Okay, just here I took the data type with the another variable that is like your y. Okay, so the y is the variable that stores the address of another variable, right? So this y variable is storing the address of the x value. Here you can see this is the another variable. or else here this is the variable, you can say this is the another variable. The y value can be stores the value of x. The y value can be stores the value of the x, right? So here I am choosing the value of the x is like here, you can see value of the x I am choosing the 1210. Just you can observe clearly, x is taking the address of the another variable. Address of the another variable, right? Here we took the y is equals to the 1210. So here this is the y, this is the x. So x is taking the another address of the variable, means here that is the y. X is taking the address of the y value. X is taking the address of the y value. Y value we are saying. So y is having the 1210. So the value is stored with the address type with our x. Okay. And or else here you can see directly this one. Y is equals to the address of x. Or else here we can directly say y is equals to the address of x. Y value what we are taking here? Y value, we don't know what is the y value. But the y value is taking the address of x, right? So what we have the address of x here? 1210. We can say this is like this also, address of x. Here y is taking the address of x value. The variable is taking the another variable address, that is like here 1210. So you can define like this, or else here you can define the like this. So this is for our knowing purpose. Right, the x address is taking the 1210, so that value will be the our y value. And you can see here we have the declaration for the our pointers. Next here we have the declaration for the pointers. So the declaration can be done with the pointers by using the our data type and the pointer. Okay, so here I am taking the syntax to define that one. Data type pointer. Okay, so in the shortcut form here we can write the PTR. Okay, so first here you can define the our data type, whatever you have the data type that you can declare, and here the pointer will be having the always symbol like this. And for example, you can see if you're defining this, so here whatever you have the star symbol, so it can be indicating the our pointer is the pointer variable, so that can be represent the value is stored at the particular address. For that case here we are taking, so the symbol is taking the to represent the whatever you value stored, and the particular address can be displayed by the symbol. Okay, and for example here I am choosing the int. Okay, int is the one data type, and here we took the our p, pointer p. Okay, or else here not only with this integer data type, we can declare these several types also, like here whatever you have the our data types with the float, character, like this also we can define the our data type. For example, you can see here I am choosing the float f. Okay, pointer f, like that also you can define. And if you need here like this also, character, okay, character pointer q, like this also you can define. Means here by using the any data type here we can define the our pointer, that is possible. Okay, and next here the value p, integer is taking the p, right? So here you can see the pointing to the address location can be takes the integer type of the data. And in this here the pointer is pointing the location that can be accepts the float type of data, and the char is taking the q, right? So here whatever you have the address of the location, it can be access the character type of data. Okay, and next here we have the initialization. Okay, initialization for the our pointers. For example, or else here if you're using the any variable for the pointer, so that can be initialized during the declaration by using the declaration point only. For example, here I'm choosing the declaration part is like here int p. Here I am choosing the declaration part, like here int p. The p value I am choosing the 5. Okay. Here I am choosing the pointer p value is like here 5. So by using this here we can initialize the our pointer. So here first here you can compile the our statement. Whatever you have the statement, first need to be compile this one. The value 5 can be stored into the address pointed by the our p. So why? Because here we given the value to the p only, right? So that's what here it can be stores the value to the our p. It can be stores the value to the p, and here for suppose we can see the p points to an address of the 1540. So how it can be stores in the location? Let's see here. So for example here I'm choosing, okay, and next we have another one. So means here how these are storing into the our memory locations. I'm giving the information like this. So here we have the first we need to be write the p. So by that only here we can write the our pointer p. So p is pointing to the another variable, right? So means one variable is pointing to the another variable. So means here I'm taking the p is the one variable, another variable is the pointer p. So now here whatever you have the value performer, that can be called like your pointer p, right? So here I'm taking the pointer p, right? So just here you can see we have the pointer p value is like your 5 only. Okay, so just here we don't have any p value, right? So just here I'm assuming, or else here you can take this suppose or anything. So here I'm assuming the p value will be the 1540. P value will be 1540. Here we have the pointer p value, that is like your 5, but here we don't have any p value. Here I'm assuming the p value, that is like your 1540. And now you can see the p is also taking the another address of the variable, right? So here I'm choosing the address of the p variable for my assumption type. Okay, that is the 1000. Here I am choosing the address of the p variable is the 1000, and you can see the pointer p will be takes the another address variable only, right? So what it will be having now here, it will be having the it will be having the address of the variable like your p. Okay, so just here you can see by using this here it is taking the value of the p. So whatever we have here value, what we have 1540. So here the 1540 will be now address of the pointer p. You can see clearly whatever you have the value of the p, now here the value of the p will be becomes to the address of the pointer p. Okay, you can take like this. Okay, so here 5 is stored in the location 1540. So means here the 1000 is storing the value 1540, and now here the 1540 is storing the value 5. Like that here we can initialize the our pointers. Okay, and next here we have the assigning the address of the variables to the pointer variables. Let's see here. Next here we have the how to assign the address of the variable to the our pointer variable. Let's see. So for example here also I'm choosing the pointer p only with the defining of the our int variable. Okay, for example int pointer p I'm choosing, and again I'm choosing the int x is equals to the 5 value. So here we took the pointer p, and again here we are choosing the x. X is the another variable, so the x is storing the value will be the 5, right? Now here I'm choosing the p is taking the address of the x. Here whatever you have the p will be accessing the address of the x, means the p is storing the value of the address of x. Means what we have the here address of x here, normally you can see what we have the x value 5, right? So the 5 is stored into the p value, means it is taking the address of the our p, right? So whatever you given the address of the x, x is storing the 5 value, but you can see whatever you given the address of x, that can be stored with the our p value. So for example, you can see how it can be performs. Okay, next here we can choose. Here what we have, x value will be the 5. We have the x value will be the 5. So just here I am taking the 1000 into this. Here I am taking the 1000. This is the value. And here I am taking the 50, 40. Now you can say this is the p. Here p will be having the 50, 40. Now p will be having the 50, 40. So this is the value, this is the address. This is the value and this is the address, right? And you can combine this with the arrow mark. You can see here we have the 5. It took the 5 will be the x is equals to 5 only. But here you can see the p will be having the address of x. Address of x means here you can see what it will be having. So address of x, we can say here this will be having the 1000. Okay, or else you can reverse. Address of x will be having the value of the p. That is also possible here. And you can say this is the our pointer p. X or pointer p. We can say this is the x or pointer p value. The p will be having the value of 1000 is the value, 1540 is the address. Okay, so here the x or pointer p will be taking the value. Okay, so or else here address value like here with the p, and what we have x value, that is like 5. Like that also we can define. Or else here you can see another example. For example, you can see example 2 I am taking. Print f percentile d comma p. And next here print f in the programmatic, here how it will be displayed, that way that is I am writing a percentile d is the access specifier to define the our integers, right? And next here we have the pointer p and printf. The printf will be having the pointer percentile d and the pointer p I am doing. Okay, so for example you can see first what we have. If you're doing the programmatic for this, so it can be executing the value will be like this, percentile the p. Okay, what it will be having the value means it can be takes the address of the x value. You can see here the p will be having the address of the x value. Address of the x value. What we have the address of the x value? 1000. P is taking the p is equals to the address of x. P value what we x value what we have, x address what we have, 1000, right? So here in the output you will be get the 1000, means it is taking the address of x. You can write here, you will be understand it takes the address of the x value. So by these lines here we are identifying this one. And next you can see pointer p we have. The pointer p will be taking the value of the x. The pointer p will be taking the value of the x, means here we have the value like 5. You can write here value of the x. Okay, and next here we have the printf percentile d address of the p. Address of the p means here what we have, 50, 40. We can write the 50, 40. This is the address of p. Not for the x, this is the address of the p. So just you can imagine if you're writing this is the our value. You can define here our values. Whatever you have, these are the addresses. Okay, so like this here you can identify the our programmatic. Okay, so this is the assigning the address to the variable to the pointer variable. And next here we have the how to access the variable through the its pointer. accessing a variable through its pointer. How we can perform this one? Let's see here. We can access easily our variables. Suppose if you're allocating the space in our memory for the variable, or else if you associates the name with the memory locations, and also it can be stores the value at this memory locations also. And in the memory locations it can be accepts the our whole numbers whatever you given, like your numbers type here. If you're giving the 5000, 10,000, or else here it may be the 999, anything can be accessed to the our variable. And here in our C language, here if we need to be identify those numbers or else those addresses, means here we can use the one symbol, that is the our, like this, like we can call address of operator. This is the address of operator. If we need to be access the variable value, you can use the address of symbol, address of operator. So then here it can be returns the address of the associated variable into our programmatic. And next here you can see, for example, how we are accessing this one. For example, you can see here I am taking the P is equals to the n, address of n. P is equals to address of n. The P means here pointer variable. P means pointer variable. Address of n means here it can be written the address of variable n. What it is? Here P means we can say P is the pointer variable. Pointer variable. And we can say n is the, means it can be returns the address of, returns the address of variable n. It can be returns the address of the variable n, right? So here how it can be stored in the our programmatic, you can see. For example, here I am choosing the boxes in the memory location, how these are stored. Okay, so here I am choosing the value will be the 5, and it will be having the address is like your 1000, and it is having the address is like your 2000. Here whatever we have the value for the first, that is stored here, right? So means here the value will be comes to here, and you can see it is the NP. So P is a variable. Memory space is also allocated for the P also. So in this here we are allocating the variable only. We are allocating the our pointer to the variable only. We are not allocating to the any other. So for that case here it can be stored like this. Okay, so here whatever you are addressing, address of the variable is another address variable. So that can be points will be like this, or else here it can be holds the address of the variable will be like this. It can be returns the our value will be like this. And next here we have the some uses to perform the our pointers. Uses of the our pointers. So here whatever you have the pointers, those will be used in the indirect addressing. So pointers are used to perform in the form of indirect addressing. So indirect addressing, these can be used in our assembly language, where it can be used in our assembly language, like your low level language. This indirect addressing is used in our assembly level language. We can also call like your low level language. And these pointers are used in our dynamic memory management. So it may be the allocation, or else it may be the deallocation process. This dynamic memory management can be done in the form of allocation or else your deallocation process for this. And the pointer is also used to access the location in our memory and whose storage the allocated dynamically. Okay, so that we can call like your heap. Okay, so here if you perform the dynamic performance, that we can call like your heap performance. And the variables are dynamically allocated from the heap, that is called by the heap dynamically variables. Okay, if these are done by the variables only, heap dynamic variables, heap dynamic variables. If you're done with the variables only, if you done the dynamic process with the variables in a heap here, that we can call like your heap dynamic variables. And whatever you have the coding like your programmatic, that is also the process of the coding is also very easy and simple manner. And also it can be used to create the recursive types. So recursive types means here by using these recursive type here, we can perform the data structures, and also here we can perform the algorithms. In our data structures we have the algorithms, right? So those will also perform it by the our recursive type here. Okay, so these are used to create the our recursive types. And next here we have the some features to perform with the our pointers. Let's see here what we have the features to perform with the our pointers. So the pointers are reducing the code. Yes, so here we have the coding process is very simple and very easy, right? So if you're reducing the code, means by using the pointers here, whatever you have you can reduce easily. And also it can be improves the our performance. Yes, if you reduce your code, definitely it can be improves your performance in clearly and very fastly also. So these are used to retrieve the strings and trees, etc. So like this you can use, and also we can use these or in the arrays, structures, and also we can use in the functions also. Okay, so not only in the strings and the trees, here we can also use the our pointers to perform with the arrays, structures in the functions also. And we can return the multiple values from the function by using the pointer. Okay, we can return the multiple values from a function using the pointer. So means if you are defining the function not only with the one function, we are not defining with the programmatic, right? So we can use the multiple functions in our programmatic, that is possible. So if you're defining in the time, you can also use your pointer. Okay, and the pointer means here whatever you're performing, it can also makes the able to access any memory location in our computer's memory. So means it is not taking the only this is I need or else this is I want. So just here whatever the computer memory is given, that is directly it can be accessible. Okay, so like this here we can work the our pointers. Thank you for the watching. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel.